Cool, so here we have the next question on the menu today, and it is asking us, what is the square root of 64? Okay, let's write that out in a mathematical equation sense. So what is equal to the square root of 64? Essentially, we're just trying to figure out what multiplies by itself to get to 64. Okay, so thinking back to our timetables, let's think about a perfect square. It's like 5 times 5, 25, 6 times 6, 36, not quite there. 7 times 7 is 49, not quite. 8 times 8? 8 times 8 is 64. That sounds about reasonable to me, thinking back to my times tables. But we know that 8 times 8 is equal to 8 squared, which is equal to 64. But is there another possible answer to this? And the answer is absolutely yes. Okay, let's think about this situation. We have negative 8 multiplied by negative 8, which is negative 8 squared. Now what's the answer to this? Okay, 8 times 8 is still, the magnitude is still going to be 64. Now what's the sign of this? It's actually going to be positive 64 for the answer, because the negative and multiplied by a negative, they neutralize each other, so that becomes a positive. So the answer to both of these is 64, which means that the square root of 64, which is what two numbers multiplied together give us 64, there are two possible answers. There's a positive 8 and negative 8, and that has to be reflected in our answer to this question. So it might be very tempting to just write 8, but that only covers half of the possible answers. So that's why we need a plus minus term out in the front here to recognize that we can have positive 8 multiplied by itself, that gives us 64, or negative 8 multiplied by itself, it gives us 64. Okay, we have to consider both of these possibilities, and that's why we have the plus minus here. But otherwise, yeah, this solution is beautiful. It's good, perfectly accurate. Okay, so the above solution is good. Awesome. High five.